Alright, hey, JoJo, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite animes, and today I'm going to do a video that I completely didn't plan to do, but I know I have to do it because tomorrow the new chapter for JoJo Part 9 will release, which is absolutely insane. This is history we're witnessing right here, right now. So, if you don't know what JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is, why are you even watching this video? It's just full of spoilers and, anyways, if you're watching this, I assume that you're already a hardcore fan of JoJo, or at least a fan of some sorts, of some capacity. But essentially, ever since 1987, JoJo has part 1, part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. In 2011, part 8 started, and JoJo only blew up outside of Japan and entered the mainstream in around 2017, 2018, when the part 5 anime came out. So I would be so bold as to say that 95% or at least 90% of all the JoJo fans right now are experiencing the changing of parts for the first time in our lives, which is absolutely insane. This is actually happening. This is so much more exciting than a new anime part getting released, because this is literally new story coming out right now, right in front of our eyes, and it is just absolutely interesting. So let me give some background here. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to discuss anything spoiler related, please note that it is a spoiler in the comment section, because even though I sound like I know a lot about what's going on with JoJo right now, I actually haven't read the mangas yet. I am currently reading Steel Ball Run, and I've only made it to chapter 2. Yep, there we go. This is my bookmark. I've currently made it to chapter 2. So, no spoilers, please. But I somehow know all this for some reason. So, JoJo Part 8 ended a few months ago, and I believe on the last issue of the last JoJolian chapter on Ultra Jump, there is an author's note saying that Part 9 is coming, and it's called the JOJOLands. And of course, we're all super excited about it, we're all super pumped about it, and we are all discussing theories at that point already. And it's really interesting because throughout the entire JoJo we have Phantom Blood, Battle Tendency, Stardust Crusaders, yada yada, Steel Ball Run, and then we have JoJolian. And given that the word JoJo is in the name of the part, it's huge. So we're all thinking, how will the name of Part 9 be? And it's called the JoJoLands, which seems to be an even bigger deal, so that's really interesting. A whole new revelation showed up. So at that point, we were all discussing, whether the new JoJo will be an alternate Giorno or will he be an alternate Jolene. And then in Lunar New Year, Araki released his yearly New Year card with a rabbit in the middle because it's Year of the Rabbit. But also inside the rabbit is a JoJo. And he has a particularly odd design. He has like wet, sort of bowl cut, sort of a Foo Fighter Stephen Steele hair. And we're all thinking, okay, is this the actual JoJo or is he just a Joe bro, just a side character? Turns out he is, because long after this New Year card, which by the way, I love the design. I love the title design of JoJoLands, by the way. It's just so Araki. He's so Araki with the circles and stuff. I know Araki loves circles and loves bubbles, so this is just... but another new revelation has appeared when we have an Ultra Jump spread teasing towards Part 9. And this is the spread that basically has a simple synopsis. A young boy gets rich in the tropical islands. This is a story about a young boy who gets rich in the tropical islands, and that's it. But we are further confirmed that this guy with the bowl cut hair is the new JoJo. And we also see sort of mountains and a sailboat. So right off the bat, we're already able to deduce that this part will have something to do with sailing and seafaring. And also, this part is going to take place in the modern times because JoJoLand took place around, I think, 2018-ish, 2019. I think it's 2019. I think JoJoLand took place in 2019. Yeah, so it only makes sense that chronologically it would be further into the future. So maybe JoJo Part 9 would be 2025 or 2026 or something like that. So a couple days ago, news broke out. Holy crap, everyone's going crazy because the new Ultra Jump issue shows Part 9 JoJo colored and with neutral facing the camera. And first of all, the design is really interesting. It's really modernistic. It's really hip-hoppy almost. And we're able to tell that this is going to be an alt Giorno because of the 3 patches of hair, which kind of matches the 3 donuts in Giorno's hair. And then also the heart shape at the chest sort of resembles Giorno's heart shape at the chest. And so that's really, really cool. Also the earrings, J-O and then star, Joe star, get it? So yeah, we're getting an alt Giorno. We all believe that we're getting an alt Giorno. And one huge revelation is that in Shinjuku Station, in Harajuku Station in Tokyo, there are a lot of JoJo promo stuff plastered onto the walls. In Shinjuku, there is a gigantic mural of all the characters from parts 1 to 9, meaning that there we have just found out about a bunch of characters in part 9 just by a commercial in Shinjuku, not Shinjuku, Shibuya, right? Shibuya and Harajuku are the 2 places that I decided not to go when I went to Tokyo last winter because I didn't have time. RIP. But even if I did, I wouldn't see these commercials, by the way. These are newly put up. But in Shibuya Station, there's this huge mural. And right off the bat, there are already a bunch of clues. Aside from the main JoJo, we have a side character, probably the Jo Bro, more like the Jo Sis, who is a female character. And she seems to be from the same tribe as the Sandman from part 7, which I know nothing about. I only know it because of chapter 1. But yeah, so there's that. Another character, female character, seems to be holding a smartphone. There's a guy with a hat who a lot of people are saying is an alt Emporio. There's a weird guy who looks like Pink Guy, and there's a small police officer whom some people are saying that he's from Hawaii because the police badge looks like the Hawaiian police badge, and that would be pretty interesting. And then on top of that, in Harajuku Station, there is the JoJo stairwell. We have no new information from this stairwell, but it just looks really freaking cool, and I wish I was there. So, another thing is that in the Ultra Jump issue cover, you can see the word November on the new JoJo's shirt. And usually Araki does that, adding words onto the shirt and whatnot. And so a lot of fans are saying, oh, his stand will be November Rain. And that would actually make total sense. I mean, we went from platinum to diamond to gold to stone to tusk, which is bone, to soft and wet, which is flesh, I guess, and then to November Rain, which is water. And that is the weakest material, and it also makes sense in the chronology. And also, if this part has something to do with sailing and seafaring, it would make sense if the main JoJo stand is water related. So that's pretty cool. My prediction was Iron Maiden, which I think is a really solid stand name, but maybe too predictable, So, okay, here are some of my predictions of what part 9 is going to be. First of all, it will be the longest part. It'll be even longer than JoJoLand. It'll probably take 12 years, 13 years to finish this part. And I also think this is going to be the actual last part of JoJo. Like after this, Araki either does a spin-off or does a different manga, but this will be the absolute final part. I believe that's the case. And I hope JoJo really ends off with a bang here. As for the villain, I really would want a female character as a villain, because we've never had that in JoJo. We had side characters who are female, who are villains, but I want a main villain who is a female character. And it would be perfect if it's Alt Jolene. I think it would be perfect if Alt Jolene turns out to be a villain. And maybe there's a second villain. If this part is super long, I hope that there is a second main villain coming. So that's really cool. Also, I don't know how the story will end up being, but I am hoping that it would be an action adventure around the world story, sort of like Stardust Crusaders, where all the characters just go around the world. There has been some speculations because Araki pointed out that he likes the Scottish Highlands, so a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe the story will take place in the Scottish Highlands. But then, of course, the Rokakakaka fruit is in Papua New Guinea, so maybe it's going to be from Scottish Highlands to Papua New Guinea. Maybe that's going to be the route. But then if there's Hawaii involved, maybe they start in Hawaii. I don't know. But at some point, they're going to be in Japan. That's for sure, right? But tomorrow is going to be the new chapter for JoJo. I'm still reading Steel Ball Run the real way. I'm reading the manga. Not online, but with an actual book in black and white. The real way, okay? And I am super pumped for part 9, and I hope I can catch up to it. So thanks for watching.